I like saw some videos and shit of people getting hazed and getting paddled, having to like get on their knees and do stuff.
How did you feel about Greek life prior to coming to Hamilton?
Can I cuss?
Yeah.
I was like, fuck that. Shit was stupid to me.
Yeah, I just really, didn't have a hugely high opinion of frats. I thought that they were, rowdy, filled with dudes who were all basically the same and just kind of were pretty problematic in a lot of ways. And, it wasn't something that I really saw myself as being a part of.
What did you think of Greek life before you came to Hamilton?
I didn't think I was gonna join Greek life ever.
Me neither. Didn't really have any particularly strong opinions. I was just like, that's probably not something I'm gonna do.
Yeah, it's like, honestly, like, just, it was a scary idea. I was just having to deal with fraternities. Like,
yeah,
I was just like scared of that aspect of it, like going into college.
Oh, get your fingers chopped off, motherfucker.
Oh my god, this makes me so nervous.
Every interview I have so far has been in Babbitt 26. This is Babbitt 26. We got homies in Babbitt 26 all the time.
Founded 1827 at Union College. Some guys wanted to start a fraternity devoted to friendship, literature, and morality. And that's kind of our founding myth, founded under a bridge. We adopted St. Elmo as our patron saint. History of the Delta Phi at Hamilton. We were started in 1950 by a couple of members of the a cappella group, the Buffers. Thus the Chi chapter was born.
In the process of meeting people, I met some guys who were in Delta Phi. It's the fraternity I'm in now. And they were just homies. Like, they were like genuine, cool people. Next thing I know, I was chilling with the fraternity and it didn't bother me at all. And then I realized that I'm gonna join an organization with people that I like, that are already my friends. And then we'll have some sort of like label to that. I don't really see the wrong in it, So my view of Greek life ended up changing because of Delta Phi.
He said, yeah, there's some other kids that we know that are doing it, and listed off a couple names, and the names of a couple brothers now at this point, some of my closest friends and kids that I knew at the time as well. And I thought, hey, why not? Sounds like a good time. So.
You got something coming. Oh, you got
Look at us, DeFi right now. Like, we're really musical. We're really artistic people.
I mean, a lot of us are musicians. Probably half of us are in an a cappella group. Another quarter of us are in a band. A lot of those overlap.
And 2 of us are rappers.
Yeah, 2 of us are rappers.
So now they ask me, who are you? Hell, I'm the motherfucker that you can't subdue. Star Wars tattoo, a pair of big ass shoes, the unpredictable, invincible, a Mexican Jew. So yeah, better tell me when I start, never stop, and I'm confident, crying every tear to drop. Now I'm jumping every little one is spitting till I pop. So come a little closer now, spinning like a top, 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 top.
Throw, again, the function. It's basically a music festival, so featuring poetry, dancing, and this pastime, live painting. It's just this giant culture fest, which I think is kind of at the heart of who we are as people.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I think there's a big push on music, and I think although we're all in the fraternity, we don't all like the same music. We have a clique of people who listen to like new coming hard rap. We have a clique of people who go into indie and folk. We have a group of people that are like, I'm into jazz. I'm hard into jazz and funk. And like
a group of people
we have people who are into
Lady
like,
Gaga
like
and Glee.
Lady Gaga and Glee and everything behind that.
Been up that portal. Ain't nobody tell me nothing. Nobody tell me nothing. Ain't nobody tell me nothing. Tell me nothing. Riding on the track, lean all in my back. Cheating on my baby. You can go and ask her. My life is a movie. Or riding in movies. Cowboy has some blues. My girl on my booty. Can't nobody tell me nothing.
Do you generally think of fraternities as a white space?
I think generally, yeah. I mean, the societies that like I interact with outside of Delta Phi, like there are definitely some people of color in it, in them.
And like a lot of the white people in our frat like just want to get along with people who are like culturally diverse and get along with white people as well. But like being POC doesn't like grant you access to anything other in a fraternity. And I feel like with D-Phi in particular, I guess like my race hasn't mattered. But in terms of Greek life in general, I think I would be scared to look anywhere else than where I already was.
About the other societies here on campus, a lot of them are predominantly white.
I still fuck with those guys.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
No. There's no issue at all with them. There's no animosity. Those are my guys. Doesn't make them like worse or anything like that. But again, like going back to what I was saying about why I joined Delta Phi, it's about your level of comfortability.
You know, and I feel like there are definitely societies at Hamilton that, you know, are really homogenous, and you know, I think it's really to their detriment, and I think it's a damn shame, you know.
Now, my freshman year, there were 2 people of color in Delta Phi. And then when I got in there, I sort of had this agenda where it wasn't like, go and get POCs, anybody, because we had to like change this. That wasn't it wasn't like a radical mindset. It was more so like, how can we diversify this? How can, you know, we make our organization stand out from the rest?
Consider race as a part of like, does it come into consideration when you're thinking about people to join?
No, I don't think so at all. I think more what triggers me is how they react to race. Going into a space that, like, you know, there's like 3 black people, 2 Hispanics, 3 Hispanics maybe, a few white boys, and some real Italian-looking dudes, like, all listening to chill music and talking about their funk taste or hip-hop taste. Like, how are they interacting with that? Like, where are they skilled in showing where they shine in that way? And is it an obstacle? Is it like a thing that they can't get across? Like, they don't want to be curious of someone else, or if they don't like vibe with like a certain type of people, or the same way how they like treat women, or if like there's women around, are they immediately gonna go flirt because they're like masculinity is fragile and they need a show?
You know, I think that one of the things about fraternities is a lot of times they are like really toxically masculine, and I think that there's a you know, a space for masculinity in this society, but it's not like a requirement. You know, I've cried in front of so many brothers. We've been through a lot together.
It's been the most I've ever seen men platonically kiss each other, like just so detached from traditional senses of masculinity as well. It's kind of, and it's the same people who also go hard, so it's like this weird eclectic mix of like different types of masculinity.
Yeah, you're like seeing James playing beer pong with his shirt off.
And Tori
And then
comes
just
in,
like,
it's like
and then just like kissing Jack.
Yeah.
5 minutes later.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I love us.
Fuck off, Chunk! I'm the least of your worries.
Steve, this is such a white people dancing song.
I know.
I'm like getting my Mexican card is like bitter vote.